Over the river and through the woods.
Whoa.
To Grandberry's house we go. Okay, are you ready? And go to the left. Woo! And go to the right. Woo! Woo! If I sit down, you're gonna have to get me up.
Yeah.
Okay, gang, it's time for another Grandberry scent. And guess what I have? I have great advice about how to prepare your children for the winter and the winter play outside. Are you ready? Let's go. One of the first suggestions that I would have for you is a new parent or a parent of toddlers or little ones. You always have to remind kids to bundle up and have layers on. Make sure that they have undershirts on, make sure that they have long johns on, that's what we used to call them, or Under Armour wear, something that will keep them real warm underneath, and then layer on top, and on top. And make sure they're bundled up and make certain that you wrap them up accordingly. We want to make sure that Gaines has socks on her feet, and we want to make sure that she has mittens on her hands, and we want to make sure that she has caps or toboggans on her head, because the head keeps all the temperature in and keeps her nice and warm and toasty. This is a cute story about Annie, my other daughter. When she was little and we had a great big snowstorm, she was all bundled up and she didn't want to come in to go to the bathroom. And so we looked out, and bless her heart, she had pulled her snowsuit down and had taken TT time in the snow, and that white snow turned yellow. So be careful where you drink that snow or make that snow candy like E-Pottle did the other day. Be sure that it's clean snow and it's fresh snow and it's not where somebody has had a bathroom.
Had a bathroom.
Here in the South, we don't have as much concern about frostbite. Frostbite means that your skin on your children possibly would turn gray. Maybe you would see blisters and redness, and you don't want that. And so you need to do frequent checks whenever they're playing outside in the cold. You need to make sure that they're dry and comfortable at all times. You might even have to have several changes of clothing throughout their playtime if they do in fact go outside. When my children were little, what we used to do was make sure that they had those layers that I mentioned, but we would also, because we weren't accustomed to having snow here in the South, we would take plastic bags and duct tape, and we would put around their shoes and around their hands and make sure that on top of their mittens that they were all covered up so that their feet wouldn't get wet, and that oftentimes can cause frostbite. So be protective, even if it means going to crazy methods like a baggie and duct tape. One of the things you don't think about when it comes to being in cold weather is that you still need to protect your children from the sun. We sometimes have really cold temperatures, but we oftentimes have sun. I know also if you're on the slopes, you need to make sure that you're protecting yourself with sunscreen. And the last thing I'd like to remind you to do is have fun in the cold weather. Just remember these Grandberry cold weather tips for your children, and hopefully you'll have a wonderful time playing outside, getting that fresh air. It's not bad to get out in the cold, just do it safely. Thank you for watching Grandberry Scents. Look forward to seeing you next Monday. I hope that you'll hit that like button. I hope you'll tell me what kinds of things you do to help protect your children from the winter weather. Subscribe to Grandberry Scents. Can't wait to see you next Monday. Until then, see you later, alligator. Hey, here we go. So always make sure that you're protecting your children the best you can with any kind of protective gear that's possible. Thank you. Thank you. How stupid was that?
That was like a
speech. Infomercial, didn't I? A speech. I'm not an infomercial. This is Grandberry Scents, right?